everybody. Welcome to the Mighty Matt Podcast. I'm Matt Sterling, your host. Boy, we got a fun one today. I'm delighted to welcome John and Mark Cronin of John's Crazy Socks, an incredible company bringing happiness to every customer and creating new, very cool opportunities for other people. Hey, guys, how are you?
All right.
Hi, Matt. Thank you so much on your podcast. I'm really excited.
I'm so fired up. It's so good to see two happy guys.
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like you were warning the audience. You got a live one today.
That's right. We got a live one here. Look out. What got you guys focused on socks? I understand John liked to wear some crazy socks to start with.
Well, we should put this in some context. Come with us back to the fall of two. It starts in a small log cabin in the woods.
Oh,
No.
wow.
No,
I was going to say it's Halloween time. Look out.
it starts here on suburban Long Island
Nice.
and in a town called Huntington. And before we hopped on, you were sharing with us, that there was a time when there were even fewer opportunities.
Absolutely.
So where were you at that time in the fall of 2016?
I was at Huntington High School. I'm going to be my last year of school.
Sure.
So John's like everybody else trying
Yep.
to figure out what comes next.
Yeah, right.
And what were you looking at?
I like a job, program, and school. I can't find crap that I don't like.
And you
Right,
know
right.
this, Matt.
Yeah.
John here has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
The unfortunate reality is there just aren't enough opportunities.
Absolutely.
Only 1 in 5 people with a disability are employed in this country. It's awful. But John here, he is a natural entrepreneur.
Yes, I know.
If you couldn't find a job, what'd you say?
I said, I want to create one. I want to make one. I told my dad I want to be a big with him. And
Nice.
my fellas have been together.
Which is very cool. I've
That's
got
great.
3 sons.
You do.
This is one I can work with.
I
So Matt, I've listened to your podcast, and
Yep.
many out there in the audience. You speak to a lot of entrepreneurs, so they have a lot of ideas.
Sure.
Not all of them are good ideas.
No, that's right.
look at Yeah.
John had a lot of ideas, right? When he thinks hard, smoke comes out his
Yeah,
ears.
that's right. You can smell it from here.
So, what was one of your ideas for a business?
One of them is food truck. I
Yep.
saw a great movie called Chef.
Yep.
One of the actor named John Farrow. I need a movie about a father and son buying a food truck.
Sure.
So, a food truck. That sounded like fun. Everybody out there, you've all eaten at food trucks,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
in
love
LA. Everybody's got a food truck.
right? Barbecue, and we're thinking, what could we make? Where would we put it? But we ran into a problem.
We can cook.
Yeah, we're
We're going to eat.
good at eating.
You can
huh?
eat. Right, right.
So it wasn't going to be a food truck, but then right before Thanksgiving, you had your eureka moment.
I did. I was sell these socks. My socks. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's colorful. Craft. It always let me be me. I want great socks my whole life. My dad and I travel around and look for those socks.
We used to drive around looking for these socks.
Oh, you're kidding me. That's great.
So this is what we figured. John loved them that
I
much.
could other people too.
There would be others out there, and we could
Absolutely.
find those people.
Yes.
So that's how that's where the idea came from. And then what we did, we opened to test the idea, right? We didn't do a lot of planning. We didn't develop a detailed business plan. We went the lean startup route.
Okay.
We built a website, got a little bit of inventory. The only marketing we did was I would take out my cell phone and
Yep.
we made videos. And
Oh,
I was
nice.
in those videos.
Yeah, I am on the field.
You're in the
That's
video.
I'm
great.
famous.
You're famous, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
We put them on Facebook and we noticed something. People started sharing those videos.
Nice.
So what day did we open?
We started December 9th, December 9th, 2016 on the Friday.
And that was a
Within 2 weeks-
Shopify site, is that right?
Yeah, no, we built it on
Nice.
Shopify.
Yeah.
Within 2 weeks, we had shipped 452 orders.
Oh my God, that's great.
So we
Yes.
knew we had something. We didn't know how big, we didn't know how fast it
Yeah.
would grow, but we knew we could make something of it.
Yep.
So here
And at
we
this
are.
point, you were just packaging and sending the socks yourself, just you and the
Yes.
family?
It was just the two of us.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
had
So when
temporary
did you
office space.
decide to grow the organization and get other disabled people involved?
Well, we decided that right away. Once we saw that, we were getting orders in,
Sure.
we said, okay, we could grow this, and we needed some hands.
Yeah.
So the first hands we got were your classmates,
Yeah. I want my friends.
Liam and
That's
Andrew,
great.
right?
Yeah.
We
And
came in.
what school, by the way, just as a shout out?
What school were you at?
I went to a Huntington High School.
Huntington High School.
Huntington High
The
School. Okay,
Blue
great.
Devil.
Nice.
But and that clued us in. I mean, all from the very beginning, John here has been the face of the business from
Yep.
day
Yep.
one. But that clued us into
Yeah,
let's show
absolutely.
the world what people can do.
Yeah.
So here we are 9 years later.
Yep.
We've been able to create 34 jobs. 22 of those are held by people with different abilities. We've shipped over now 500,000 packages to 94 different countries.
Wow.
We've, in our giving back program, we've raised over $800,000 for our charity partners, like the Special Olympics, the National Down Syndrome Society. And you like to say,
I should get started.
just getting started.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a rocket ship. You're going to the moon with this thing. So if somebody's out there thinking about starting their own business, what were some of the hardest things you had to get through so that you could set yourself up for success?
Well, the first thing, the biggest obstacle is between our ears.
Yeah.
Right? It's, I have to know this, or this has to be perfect.
Right.
So I think it's a mindset, and John, you have this in spades of, we're going to go do
Yeah,
this,
I
and
do.
we're going to go figure this out.
Yeah.
Don't wait for things to be perfect.
Right.
Will never be perfect.
Yep.
And, part of it, I share this with people all the time. If you were to know, if you were to be told everything you would have to know to run a business, you would never do it.
Right.
Right? It's just
Yeah,
too
it's
much.
too much.
But and it's really driven by John, said, we're just going to do this.
Yeah.
And then you go and figure things out. And then things will go wrong.
Yeah, right.
Right? So one of the things we did, we listened to a podcast called the Unofficial Shopify Podcast, run by a guy named Kurt Elster. We've subsequently met Kurt. He's a great guy. We took it as a cookbook. Do this, that's what we did.
Yeah, right.
And I guess for an example,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
like I know how hard it would be, like I be an entrepreneur, like
Yep.
just like me, and
Sure.
include other people too. Like I was just telling myself, and like putting in my mindset, I have to figure this out. And a good thing I would do. I do like other things. Like
Well, we can share some examples of some things. I mean, it's
Sure.
one of the stuff we help other businesses get started. What I tell them is, it's not a matter of will things go wrong. It's only a matter of when. And it's kind of funny. The very first day, what time were we going to open?
first time we I'll open at 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 in the morning. But what
Yeah,
happened?
Except I went to class and we
Oh.
opened at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Our
No,
website
just like
crashed
after
because our webmaster, who was me at the
It's
time,
you. What did
Yeah.
we do there?
I screwed something up in the code and crashed the site. So when it's
Jeez.
3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
The second day.
You didn't fire him right away.
No, he's tolerant that way.
No, I'm sorry.
That's good. That's good.
The second day is a Saturday, and now we're selling more than we ever expected. We only had a
Yeah.
little bit of inventory. So we're running out of inventory. Where are you going to get socks to sell on a Saturday night? Well, we drove to every Kmart in Suffolk County and bought all the socks we could, just so we would have something to sell.
Yeah.
That's great.
Or here's I'll share one other one. It's kind of humorous of what goes in every package.
Every package we put Hershey's Kisses.
Hershey's Kisses. John
Nice.
writes a thank
Yep.
you note.
Yeah.
And when we started, it was Hershey's Kisses, and everybody loved it.
Sure.
You'd open the package, you could smell the chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Until we hit the spring.
Except, and we got an email on the women down in South in Florida, and we knew anybody fucking down themselves.
Yeah, you're gonna get melted chocolate.
But here's an example, certainly, of our approach on things. So we told you we opened December of 2016.
Yep.
We had a wild spring with some viral events, and watch
Great.
what you ask for, you may get it.
Yeah, right.
Then we hit the summer, and then we learned firsthand. Nobody buys socks in the summer. It's awful.
Flip-flops is what they're wearing.
So we're sitting around scratching our heads. What are we going to do? And that's when we decide we would have set up a sock of the month club.
Okay, there you
monthly
go.
Subscription. A lot of places have that.
Yeah, right.
Well, we got that up and running within a week.
Yep.
Several months later, I'm talking to one of our suppliers, who's also a competitor, because they sell directly to
Yeah, sure.
customers. They had just opened, just set up a sock of the month club. I said, "Oh, that's great. Tell me about how you developed it." And they said, "We've been working on it for a year and a half." A year and a half? What
Yeah,
have you been doing? Well, we had the committee meetings. We had to check this. We had
right.
And I'm laughing. I'm like, we're now 3 months in. We have real revenue. We're on our third iteration because we've learned by doing.
Absolutely.
So that's part of it. But there's also a very big challenge that we had. We bootstrapped, and therefore we were undercapitalized. And growth, it may sound counterintuitive, but growth is very expensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like our first 2 years, we went gangbusters.
Yeah.
I remember at the end of the second year, I'm sitting there, we had great revenue, and on paper, we made a profit and paid bonuses. Everybody's happy. And I'm
Sure.
looking at my accountant and I say, "How come I have no money?" And he says, "Mark, let's go look in your warehouse. Let's look at your inventory and all the infrastructure you have. That's where all your money is."
Sure.
Well, hell, I can't eat that for Christmas dinner.
No, right.
So, that became a challenge. But, and the market changes, technology changes. Got the World Series starting. You think things you could foresee what's going to happen, and then you get a curveball. And
Right. Now, that kind of leads me into my next question. I think, obviously, what drives interest in sales are some of the really creative designs you have. So, in other words, I was diving in there, and I love the Believe in Yourself, the Bigfoot sock, or my son Frank loves the Captain Obvious socks. So, how do you decide what designs make the list and, which ones sell the most and all that sort of thing?
Well, when we started, we only sold other people's socks. So John and I would sit and look at catalogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we would go to trade shows. And then, but very early on, actually, this is a good little story. It's January of 2017. So we're just getting started.
Yes.
And that's when we find out nobody buys anything in January because they spent all their money at the holiday. And we're trying to figure out what can we do to boost sales.
Yeah.
And that's when we discover that people wear crazy socks to celebrate World Down Syndrome Day. When's
Okay.
World Down Syndrome Day?
On March 21st,
Okay.
I celebrate a World Down Syndrome Day.
Because you get Down syndrome
Yeah, sure.
from having 3 21st chromosomes. So the third month, 21st day. Now, you would have thought we knew this ahead of time, but we're not that smart. So we go looking for a Down syndrome themed sock.
Yeah.
Nobody made one.
No.
But then,
And then
here's my partner.
I said I want to create my own sock. Those Down syndrome sock I created.
John said we'll make our own, and he
That's
designed
great.
the world's first Down
I did.
syndrome awareness socks.
That's
And we
awesome.
called up the National Down Syndrome Society.
Yep.
Said, "Look, we're going to sell these Down syndrome themed socks, and we're going to give you money from every pair we sell."
Yeah.
And they said,
Who are you?
"Who are you? What's going on here? There are these 2 guys selling socks."
Right.
What's evolved
not
over
seeing that now.
time is everybody chooses designs. Everybody here, our customers.
That's
We
great.
look at trends, but it's different ideas. Our customers call us up or email us
Yeah.
with ideas. And then we're kind of ruthless. We order the socks, maybe we make it, maybe we still get it from somebody else. And if it doesn't sell, well, then we don't order more.
Okay.
And
So
people tell us what they want.
What are some of your best-selling designs?
I'm gonna tell you the bestseller right now. Like so like my dad just say like 8-hour winter socks, like Danitum socks,
Yep.
Danitum socks, and some policy, all of those.
But
And
some of the other ones, we have the cowboy boot socks. They sell
yeah,
well.
cowboy.
Nice.
So, well,
Barbecue. You mentioned Bigfoot. Bigfoot, and Sasquatch socks sell well.
that's me what?
Now, I know that you're partners with the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
And John, are you still competing, by the way?
I am. I'm competing at the Olympics. I do basketball, track and field, soccer, snowshoe, and bocce.
And in
That's
fact,
great.
last weekend, where were you?
Yeah, last weekend I'm up at Glens Falls, upstate New York, and I compete in bocce, and I'm good at that. I bring home gold medals.
John
Wow,
was competing in the New York State, the state fall games,
that's
and
great.
his team won a gold medal,
That's so cool.
which is a good thing because, I had to pull John aside and said, if you don't win a medal, you're going to have to walk home.
You're gonna wear out your socks.
Yeah, good boy. I got a big one to them.
Okay, here's another question for you. What's the farthest you've sent a pair of socks?
Where's the furthest? Well, we've sent them to China. We've sent them to Australia. We've sent them around the world.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice.
You're gonna paint a piece.
We've sent them to the Philippines. Yeah, we've sent them to various countries in Africa. We've sent them to Argentina.
I got stuck in Hawaii.
Yes,
Yep.
shot in Hawaii and Alaska.
Man, you guys are a global operation. I love it.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm a famous as this national.
Yeah, famous and international. We'll let this secret out, Matt. We're looking for world domination.
Yeah, why not? Let's take it over with socks. What could it hurt? We'll have the world's largest sock hop.
We have grown, but that's really not, we're not trying to be all things to all people.
I just think it's fascinating that you can have an idea in Long Island and then all of a sudden you're sending socks to China. I think
Right.
it's amazing. I
Yes.
think it's amazing.
Well, and we do a lot of speaking engagements. So we travel the country.
Sure.
We've traveled across Canada and Mexico, but we have given virtual talks in India, in Australia, New Zealand, all throughout Europe, several countries in, South Africa and Kenya, Chile, Argentina,
Wow.
Colombia.
I love chili.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a bowl of chili. No.
Yeah, I'll take a chili dog. You can see here, Matt. We are just a couple of knuckleheads
Yeah,
selling
you're a couple of
fries.
knuckleheads. It's perfect.
But all we want to do is change the world.
Yeah, and you're doing it 1 foot at a time. So now you guys, you're working together. You're together all the time. Are you loving each other as much as you always have?
What do you say?
I love working with my dad.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
We-
Matt, I'm gonna tell you about my my father is.
Yep.
He is a fun and funny man, and this man lift me up. He believed me, and he gave me strength.
That's so wonderful.
But Matt, I'll tell you, it's not always that way. It is
Yeah.
between the two of us.
Yeah, sure.
But my middle son, he works with us now. This is his second time with us. The first time he left,
Okay.
and it was good that he did.
Right.
Well, and John's mom, my wife, works with us.
Mama Bear,
I was
mama
going to
bear.
ask you about Carol. How's she fit into the mix here?
She's wonderful. And for those of you out there, who have had the opportunity to work with your spouse, how wonderful.
Yeah.
It's always a joy. Sometimes I come home at night, we're eating dinner or something. I say, sweetheart, would it be okay if I vented just a little bit? There was something crazy that happened at work today. And she's being very supportive. She says, sure, go ahead and vent away.
Yeah.
Tell her, and I say, this woman at work, you're not going to believe what she did today. And it's you.
It's you. Right. Yeah. You're going to have to get a mediator to do HR for you guys.
But we should tell you that, John says we're just getting started.
oh yeah.
So we are now moving beyond John's Crazy Socks.
Great.
We have created an organization called Abilities Rising.
Okay.
It's the same basic mission of let's just share some joy and show what people with different abilities can do.
Yeah.
But Abilities Rising will be an umbrella group that has 3 different components.
Yep.
E-commerce, spread joy through products and create jobs, giving voice to people. So we have opened Abilities Rising Publishing, which
Okay.
is the first publishing company in the country that focuses on publishing works by, for, and about people with different abilities.
That's great.
So we're just getting started there. The
Yep.
first 2 books came from my partner, and they are word search books because he likes doing puzzles.
That's wonderful.
But you have a joke book that'll be out in a month.
Nice.
John's giant book
Fun
of
and
jokes. I've got a pair of books on guides for people with different abilities on how to find work and how to use AI to help you
Yep.
find a job.
Sure.
We will, not right away, but we will add podcasting services to that to put more people, let their voice be heard.
Absolutely.
Then the third area is built around our speaking engagements, but you already kind of referenced some of this. We hear from a lot of families and businesses. Families that say, could you help us start a business or get our child or our adult child a job? So we're building a coaching business to help those families.
That's wonderful.
And we hear from businesses that say, we'd like to do what you do, but we don't know how to do it. And so we got a lot going on.
Yeah. You guys are very busy. Now, do you ever get time to take a vacation? Have you taken any good trips recently? Or
We get to go have a lot of fun. Yeah, you never know with trips. So we had a speaking engagement in Nashville, and we were supposed to speak Tuesday morning. So I booked a flight for us on Monday,
Yep.
and we're going to take an extra day and hang out in Nashville.
Yeah.
Well, they got snow in Nashville. Not a lot. They got like
Yeah.
2 inches of snow, and that shut the city down. So
yeah.
our flights were canceled on Monday. I get a flight, like the last seats on a flight Tuesday morning. That's delayed. They canceled that. We're at JFK in New York.
Jeez.
I'm on the phone with Delta, and they're like, well, there's one more flight, but it's at LaGuardia. So we hop in an Uber, go to the other airport. They canceled that flight. So then I call my bride, and I say, we're going on a road trip.
Nice.
So we drove overnight to Nashville.
You're kidding me. That's great.
And so we did our speaking, but we also, then you get to hang out and go to the Country Music Hall of Fame and
Yeah.
the Ryman Auditorium.
Yeah.
You like
Beautiful.
that? The Johnny Cash Museum.
Yeah.
We work hard. John might be the hardest working man in sockdom.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, you got to take some time off every once
You get to
in a while.
go have fun too.
That's right.
We've been so fortunate. I mean, we've spoken twice at the United Nations.
Yep.
We've testified twice before Congress.
Yeah.
When
Wonderful.
we have to add, we were not subpoenaed.
Yeah. That's
we've
good. Yeah, we need you guys on the outside.
been on TV. You've met famous people, right?
Yeah.
Kevin
That's so
James.
cool.
Kevin James.
Kevin James has been very nice to John. John
Nice,
brings
the King
his
of
box every
Queens.
time he sees him.
Yeah.
And then he had a new show that was on for like a year or two. Kevin Can Wait. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah, Kevin.
And they filmed it here in Long Island. So he brings John in. He says, come on in.
Nice.
And on that episode, Adam Sandler and Chris Rock were there. So
Wow.
John gets to meet and hang out with those guys.
That's great. That's great.
all
So
fun.
listen, guys, I usually wrap this up with an interesting question, and I'm going to pose it to both of you, which is if you were cloned. So now is sitting in front of me, I've got 2 Johns and 2 Marks.
That's a scary proposition.
It is, right?
I
Your
know.
wife would go nuts. But what is the question that I would ask that I could tell which one was the real Mark and the real John? So something that would reveal the true you. What would that be?
Well, maybe some song.
I know for me. The question is the song in my mind called Uncle John's Bass
Uncle John's Band.
Band.
Right.
Uncle John's Band.
Okay.
All right, so that would be your song. All right. And what about you, Mark?
You could ask me, and you'd have to know me really well.
Yep, that's what I want.
You could ask me what got me kicked out of high school.
What got you kicked out of high school?
I organized junior cut day.
Ooh, there we go.
And it really got out of hand. It was great fun. I mean, it was a terrible thing, but it was great fun.
It's all right.
If
Now
I were
the
a
truth
parent,
comes to
I'd
light.
be. But here's the thing, and you never know how it's going to turn. They did throw me. I was going to an all-male Catholic high school. They did throw me out. And then they let me back in. And then I ran for school president. And the guy running against me, his platform was, I had nothing to do with junior cut day. My platform was, I ran junior cut day. Who do you think got elected?
That's great. That's great. Well, guys, I know you're very busy and I appreciate you taking all the time. I just want you to know from me personally, I think what you're doing is incredible. It's inspirational. And anytime you can give other people a chance to have a job, be employed, I think it's a wonderful thing. So what you guys do every day is helping people not only brighten their day with a fun pair of socks, but also giving them a job and a sense of purpose. So thank you for all that you do.
Well, we're the ones that are fortunate. Can I tell you one more story? I'm going to tell them about Thomas. Thomas is one of our sock wranglers. Like we run our
Okay.
own warehouse, pick
Yeah,
and
yeah.
pack warehouse. And what do we call our pickers?
Sock
Sock
wranglers.
wranglers.
I like it.
So Thomas's mom called us up in October of 2017 and said, I hear you hire people like my son. You have to give my son a job. And our colleague said, okay, but we don't have any openings. We'll post them when we do. Well, she called every day because she's a mom.
Yeah, of
And I
course.
spoke to her and I said, tell me about Thomas. She said, well, he's a young man with autism and he's in a bad way. He's very depressed. We can't get him to join any programs. We even have trouble getting him to come out of his room. He doesn't want to shower or shave. And he
Sure.
hasn't spoken to his father in over 6 months.
Oh,
Well,
geez.
sounds like a wonderful employee. And
Yeah.
when we had an opening, Thomas came out. Now, to get the sock wrangler job, you have to pass the sock wrangler test. Give out jobs. You get to know us. You find out that John's a very nice guy.
I am.
Right? I am not. If you're going to work, so Thomas comes out. He takes that sock wrangler job, and he passes it as if he was put on this earth to be a sock wrangler.
Nice.
Today, he's showered and shaved and waits for his father to get up and drive him to work.
Nice.
A
That's
young
so
man
cool.
who wouldn't look at you or talk to you.
Yep.
Go around the whole building wishing everybody a good morning.
It just gives you a sense of what a
Well,
sense
there's
of purpose can do for someone.
one more piece. Last year, his brother got married.
Yep.
And to the shock and joy of his family, Thomas stood up and gave the best man toast.
Wow.
And I want to
So
be really
cool.
clear. We did nothing. All we did was give Thomas the opportunity to earn a job.
But
And
you
he's
did. You gave him a
he's
sense of
great
purpose.
at that.
You know, that's sometimes
That's the
what
joy we
unlocks
get.
somebody.
So
That's wonderful news. That's a great case study for what Crazy Socks can do for people, right?
there you go.
So, oh yeah, I would be remiss without saying anybody listening to this needs to go to johnscrazysocks.com and buy some socks.
There we go.
There we
You're
go.
going to get
We
great
got to
socks.
sell some socks, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You get great socks. You help us employ people with different abilities. You help us give back. And most of all, you help us
Spread some happiness. All right, boys. Well, thank you so much. And I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed that episode. And I hope you'll click like and subscribe so you can meet the mighty.